Oh, it's
Oh,
got
that's
it's got a
that's
cool
cool.
ass bed. Yeah.
It tells you how long it's taking. That's not bad. Good job, Craig. You're
Wait,
moving up in the
Marissa,
world.
say something.
Hi.
Oh, did I actually? Hey, yo, hey, King, say
Wait, so
something.
do we not join until we start speaking? That's interesting.
That's cool. Yo.
That is kind of cool. So Dev, go ahead.
And it tells you the timer as well. Hey, no, we
That's
don't
what
have to
I
like,
said.
yo, yeah, we don't have to be like, how long has it been, guys? Let me just do some maths because none of us can do maths. Oh, okay. All right, guys, we're busy fangirling over the recording bot. Good old Craig, improving day by day. It's the 26th of June for us. I don't know about you guys. This will be uploaded at some point. How has everyone been?
I decline
Okay.
to talk about that.
King, when are you getting married, King?
Hey, go to hell!
See, King has met a partner. I won't say if it's a boy or a girl because they met.
Are you kidding me right
but
now?
they've met a partner, and it's been going well until a little problem where they ate this pizza.
If I had super strength, I would literally skip rock across the fucking Atlantic Ocean so I could hit you square in the fucking head.
As you can see, she ate his pizza, and he's not very happy. Yeah. So
it gets better, King. Don't worry, it gets better.
Yeah. She will always keep
Says the
eating your
only
pizza,
married
but
guy
it's
here.
okay. You get used to it.
Yes, sir. Oh, I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Marissa's got no
nobody
rights.
gave a shit.
Well, actually, Dev asked how we're doing, so you
Whatever,
go plan
you
your
don't
wedding.
count.
Go plan your wedding.
Gonna be best man.
Oh, you have to be a man for that.
Oh, that's a. Ow. Okay.
Wow. You're saying because he's from Africa, he's not a man?
Yeah, I mean,
wow.
It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. I understand that you're angry at the moment. Right? I'll let you have it. Okay. It's okay. She still loves you, even though you shouted at her. I don't know how you could do that to her. So mean.
You guys are so full of shit.
It's just not our pizza that we're eating.
Be careful, Dev. He's gonna scrub the tape again.
Oh yeah, true. Gotta be careful.
So what are we talking about this week, King?
We're starting with the Eden Zero chapters. As I understand it, there's quite a few of them. And we're going to jump into the Fairy Tale 100 Quest chapters, and then we're going to talk about some issues that certain members have been having with the Fairy Tale fan base.
It's not me this time.
Surprisingly, that's correct. It is not Spider-Man.
And then we're gonna have a special guest complain about WandaVision, and Multiverse of Madness.
It's not gonna be that bad.
It'll be bad.
Yeah, it'll be that bad.
So King, well, we talk about Eden Zero, and
we're talking about Eden Zero first.
I'm whooping you.
Go to hell.
You also get ready for the coolest factor of the new stuff. Submit. Hey, you could add a note.
Yeah.
Yo, Craig, you're my king. Craig, you're my king right now.
Note, fam. That's so cool.
So we're gonna talk about chapter 193, 194, 195, 196, and 197 dropped yesterday, but the officials don't drop till Tuesday. But since they're already out, we're gonna be talking about them.
Do we know why? What's happening with Kodansha? Why have they?
Kodansha being Kodansha, I don't know. But Dev, since you're I was gonna say queen, but that's not your queen. While your favorite character has the spotlight, you can start with 193 and 194, maybe even 195, because I know you really like that second page and that first one probably.
So 193, 194 was that. It was quite interesting because it was all about Weiss and his torment, I guess we could say. And I have to say, as much as I don't really care about Weiss, it was actually quite interesting to see, and I felt a little bit sorry for him. But the fight was good, and this arc as a whole, our characters, or everything post time skip, it seems like the characters are growing quite quickly. But I feel like it's not necessarily that they're growing as they fight. It's a strength that they've already had, and we're just seeing it unfold. Because the time skip was 3 years, so they've had the strength the entire time. It's just kind of unfolding as the fights go on, and we're experiencing it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I give a lot of credit to Weiss for being able to put up with that torment. And still coming, I say coming out on top. He didn't lose really. And Shiki ended up trapped on his little bed. But as we saw the fruits of his labor from his training with Zenolith, he was able to use his gravity even though he was tied down.
Yeah,
And,
Shiki's improved a lot. What do you think of? I know we're sort of jumping ahead, and it's kind of difficult to just stick to one chapter, given what we already know based on what we read. What do you think of Clown and the other clown?
There's two
I like
clowns?
Clown.
No,
Nah.
one of them I'm calling him Clown. The other one's the actual clown.
Oh, okay.
I personally like Clown as a character and his design. I think he's pretty interesting, and I like his power. He was able to. He's the one that was able to like teleport, wasn't he? He opened the little portal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
little fucking.
Yeah, that was cool.
Mhm.
It reminded me of what's the dude from My Hero?
Kurogiri, I think.
Yeah, the guy who could open the portals.
Careful now, the fandom's gonna be bitching about plagiarizing.
Oh, they bitch about everything anyway. Moskwe was ready to fight. Moskwe was ready to throw hands. Well, he did throw hands actually, and I give him credit. Man actually pushed off the edgy dude who's been sewed back together by the looks of it.
Killer.
Yeah.
Clown 2.0.
I've got to say, Moskwe is a fucking mood, bro. Your sister's Valley is no, I'm her minion. I am her minion. That's all of us, bro. We're like, no. We're not minions.
He's not wrong.
Nope.
I respect it.
What do you guys think of the good old Clown boys?
Marissa?
What?
Clown and his design and
Killer.
so.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh no. He seems like pretty cut and paste to me.
What do you mean by that?
Like the whole like killer clown troop or cliche.
I didn't think of that.
I don't think there's anything like different about him, other than the tutorials and stuff.
All right, not bad. What did you think of the Weiss flashback and storyline?
I thought he had no parents, like at all. So I was surprised to see that he actually had a mom, knew his mom.
Do you know how kids are made?
Do you not remember the interaction with Jack and Joe, where he talked about his mom and how she died?
No, literally, after I read chapters, everything just leaves my head until we start talking about them again.
That's fair, to be honest. And that was 120 chapters ago.
So I have a question. I don't know if this was answered or I missed it. Was that really his mom in that stasis chamber?
I don't think
it was never confirmed.
Yeah.
Because Killer's like, is it indeed?
As far as I'm aware, I don't think it was ever confirmed. So we don't.
I don't think it is.
Mom, is that really? I mean, it'd be a Ziggy type move to fuck with him and be like, yeah, your mom's still alive.
Yeah, but it's also like that sub-dimension space thing. So you could have just made it up. Plus, Weiss left the room, so it probably wasn't.
And he didn't leave with the body, so.
Yeah.
I don't think it was.
It'd be kind of weird if it was.
Fucking wild if it was, though.
So, Dev, what do you think of Herman's new design, her overdrive?
I've got to say, I expected to have a cool overdrive, but I didn't expect it to be this good.
Why is it this good?
First of all, right?
She could be your queen for real.
The
This
ears
time.
look very nice. You know, it's a nice, cool add-on to her, and she's got the little wings on her arms, and then her hair looks lovely, flowing, and she's got tits, and then her legs. Hey, the thighs. Hey, thighs save lives. That's all I'm saying.
So
Thighs save lives.
yeah, like she's a child and she's just adorable.
She went from best girl because she was just adorable. You know, she was the lolly of she was the Wendy, the lolly, and she was cute and all of that. And then time skip happened, and she's a nice young woman. She was cute. And this, hey, she's mommy right now, fam. She got me lying on her lap.
She's Adela's Wendy is what you're saying.
Yeah, basically. Hey,
I wonder. That's a different series, but I wonder if we're ever gonna get Wendy designed as Adela's Wendy. But again, different series. Talk about that in a bit. So
but
you really like the design?
Okay, so other than the horny side of it, I think the design is really good and it suits her a lot. The aging up aspect of it, I find
arousing.
Yeah, but I found it a little bit out of pocket. I kind of came out of nowhere. It's a little bit because look at everyone else's Overdrive. Everyone else's Overdrive, they all look the same, age-wise, and their body. The only thing that really changes is they get this. Like Rebecca gets her fucking cat ears, or not Rebecca. Homer gets her kitsune ears. Rebecca gets her cat ears, and then Shiki kind of he just gets his fucking light showing everywhere. And he gets it, but no one looks like they age because of it.
Like I don't think it's aged, but I feel like enhanced.
Yeah, but
quite literally.
I know exactly what you mean. It just feels like it's a temporary age up, and then she goes back. It's a little weird.
It did. I do agree with you that it did come out of like nowhere. But again, remember that there was so Mashima hosts these things on Twitter, like Twitter talks basically. And people translated one of them, or they've translated most of them, but one of them basically said he hates lollies, and that chapter that came out after that, basically conversation he had was Hermit aged up. So I don't know if it was like intentional or if Mashima was just like, yeah.
What I think happened is I don't know if you remember there was a little comment about her looking like Miku Hatsune.
Yeah.
I think after that because he said he never intended it. It's a coincidence, and he didn't really, he never really noticed it. And I think after that, he's trying to find a way to naturally change her design somewhat. Because younger Hermit did kind of look like her, like really quite a bit. Then after the time skip, she does look somewhat different, but she's still got the same kind of.
She looks like Diva and Hatsumiku combined.
Yeah, but now with this, she looks completely different. So I think this is maybe a way of him slowly changing her design over a time period. But I think we'll only really find out maybe after the arc, when things have kind of settled down a bit. If fucking Hermit survives, I'm scared, bro. I'm scared every arc now that someone's gonna die. It's looking like Homer's gonna die. I'm scared, cuz.
Wait, what was the how many chapters in between? Was it like 86 or some shit?
Something like that.
So we're due for another 88. One.
Well, Homura. Okay, we'll get to that after. The fight with Hermit, I've got to say, was probably one of my favorite fights of the series, not just because of Hermit, but because of the creativity of it. We had two users who are powerful hackers. They have the ability, or they have the knowledge of coding and everything, and they've used this in a fight. It wasn't just a fight of pure strength, which is what we kind of see every single fight. Whenever it's a Hermit fight and it's a Weiss fight, it's always kind of a bit more than just pure strength, especially when it comes to Hermit. This whole fucking, you didn't know it was my illusion. But you didn't know it was my illusion that you were fighting.
It's a bunch of no use.
Yeah, it was literally just no you. Haha, no you. Haha. Oh, shit. it was really creative. I've really got to give that to Mashima for the way he did that fight. And I hope we get more like that. I like the idea that it's not just straight up pure strength.
You're right. You're right. I'm being a degenerate. I'm sorry.
Now
I
you can
challenge my
see.
dad.
Now you can see at the end of 195 where she changes, or she comes out of her overdrive. She kind of goes back to a younger look, which is why to me it was weird that her overdrive had this somewhat look of aging up, but doesn't bother me too much.
Maybe that's her true form, and she just wants to keep it hidden.
That would be pretty cool.
Oh, that'd be pretty dope.
That would be actually pretty cool. But I don't see why she would keep it hidden from like from Shiki. Or well, then again, maybe he has seen it, but like you said, it's hidden. So no, we haven't really had a reason for it to come up.
And then in 196, she fucking dies.
Whoa, okay, let's calm down, sir, calm down. She ain't dying. Okay, she's got a little bit of a virus going on. She's got antivirus. She's got malware bites. She got this. Okay.
She did say they did talk about a backup, right? Unless I remember incorrectly.
No, they have a backup of their memories.
Yeah.
So we their physical bodies.
Yeah, but the physical body could be remade. Look at Iron Man and shit. But because I remember us bitching about Witch and not backing up the fucking memories.
I think we don't know everything for sure. What capabilities we have, but after the time skip and afterwards, I'm sure there will be some kind of mechanic that they have done. We'll only find out when it's needed. But now the problem we have is Homura is looking a bit fucked up, and she's not an android, so
it's okay. Shiki's gonna pelvic thrust her back to life.
Well, she's not. She's not. What do you call it? She's not dead.
No, I know. People were like, "Oh my god, she's dead." I was like, "Calm your tits."
I've got to say that the situation the team is in. I mean, Clown Boy was like, "Witches already no more." Hermit was contaminated by Killer. Homura is dead. I dare say you're the last one. Sister Ivory's already, bro.
Sister Ivory looked like she. I don't know, because I feel like Sister Ivory the type to be like.
I think she's taken damage and she's harmed, but I don't think she's like. I think she's just biding time. She's waiting, because I feel like Sister Ivory, in a situation like life or death, I think she'll be the strongest out of them all. She'll just go fucking ham.
I feel see, because right here, even. Yeah, because she's like, even unless it's not her, unless it's no, it is Ivory. Even for those with any kind of defensive power, their defense falls the very moment they attack. I feel like
that was Homer that said that.
No, her hair was white. Oh wait, I'm a dumbass. She's a kid. She's in her kids' overdrive.
Yeah, no, Sister Ivory is lying underneath the fucking big dog that ate her.
Yeah. He getting a mouthful of chest, bro.
Dude, Homer's fight was kind of brutal. It was a good fight though. I'm a bit worried for Homer because, like, I don't, But
also, one
she's
thing.
Not dead, so that's good.
She's not. Yeah, she's not dead. One thing that I do want your guys' thoughts on is Code 3173, the power to change the laws of the universe.
Isn't 3173 from Rave Master?
Well, no, that's Ellie's up in numbers and upside down. Because you get it. Yeah, because it's.
Holy shit! It is!
Yeah.
Oh, yo.
I like it.
Oh, shit! Hey! Marshall's doing a madness, cuz. We're gonna have Rave Master entering through that door soon.
Watch it be Natsu and Shiki. No, Natsu and
Natsushiki and Haru just suddenly are ready
yeah,
to
they're
go.
like, "Yo, what's up, bro?
Heroes
Trying to catch these hands."
I got a sword.
Dude,
Hey,
Heroes
it's
2,
a
here we
magic
go.
sword, all right? You watch your tongue, bro.
It's technically a claymore as well, because that motherfucker's big. That's a big boy
Yeah.
sword.
I wonder what's gonna happen.
I think Homer's gonna get up, and I think we're gonna see like Overdrive 2 from Homer. I think she's gonna go like full power.
Damn.
I honestly have a feeling that's what's gonna happen because she's smiling. She took a beating, bruv. That wall got caved in, bruv.
She's like darkness from Konosuba. She likes getting pain. Inflicted on her.
A fight is always training for her. So if she gets hurt, she's like, that's fine. I'm fucking ready, fam. I think she's gonna get up, and I think she's gonna go ham. But I have a feeling because of the fact that we're friends is more important. I think it's gonna be a group effort to fight now. But
Go ham on who?
Huh?
Who is she gonna fight after?
Fucking
we still
Robot
got
Boy.
Clown. Yeah, we still got Clown and the other one.
Yeah, Robot Boy ain't dead yet.
Okay.
Or is he?
Well, I think
No,
he's
the armor guy
defeated.
is dead.
Yeah, the armor guy is defeated.
Okay,
But I'm
so
talking
we got
about
Clown. We got Clown and we got
the boy who's opening Ethereon. I don't remember his name.
That was Clown.
yeah. So it's just Clown. So they got Clown.
Is it Clown?
Yeah.
The Clown's the one who can open a portal. Yeah.
Oh,
Actually, to be fair, I don't know if we've seen him do it himself. It's just that the portal was with him. I don't remember his powers. Guess we'll find out. But I'm worried about because they're gonna fight Clown, but now someone has got to go do something about Sister Ivory being trapped, and Hermit getting a virus. Hey, brother, if Hermit dies, I'm dropping the series. I'm just saying.
Whoa, we're gonna find out next Saturday because that's when they're dropping the chapters. But we need Sister Ivory to save Hermit. That's like,
Yeah, she's probably the only one who can.
Nah, I think Weiss can
Or
because
Weiss, yeah.
it's a virus, so he's just got to do a little bit of malware bites, little scan, little make sure there's no adware or ransomware. I think Weiss would be the one to solve it because the series has kind of always gone in a direction of the human counterparts to the stars learning from them. So with her in trouble now, don't you dare say it. I don't want to hear that. Don't you dare say it. I know exactly what the fuck you're gonna say. Don't you dare fucking say it. So I think Weiss is gonna. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear it. Don't careful what you wish for, bruv. Okay.
You know what I noticed?
I will come over there and I will siphon your petrol out your car.
No, hold on. You know what I noticed?
And take your oil from your engine.
Sister Ivory does not have a human replacement.
I just shut up. I know where you're going.
Girl is clear. He's in the clear. Let's go.
Shush.
Let's go.
Shush. Okay.
I think you're in denial.
Don't be speaking this into nonsense. I don't want to hear your nonsense, bro. This is nonsensical information that is being said. Okay. All right. So I think Weiss is going to be the one to solve her problem,
or put her out of her misery.
Whoa! Doesn't happen. Okay. No one dies in Eden Zero. Calm down.
He's in the first stage.
No one has died in Eden Zero.
No
one has died in Eden Zero.
Valkyrie.
No one has. She didn't die in Eden Zero. She died before it started, so it don't matter. She don't count. No one dies in Eden Zero, which is just in the programming board. She's taking a rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's just she's just offline for a bit. Somebody got to log out every now and then. Life is difficult, bro.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That is.
I am very scared that this is Hermit's time. I am very worried about that. And
So
I am not lying when I say I will more than likely drop it if it does, because I don't really want to not have to have Hermit in the story.
Well, look, at least you got her. What did you call her, mommy? You
Yeah.
got her mommy form.
Yeah,
And
and I'm not going to see it again if she dies. So what's the point?
I mean, you are.
Hermit carries the story for me. Hermit carries the story hard for me. I won't even lie about that. Hermit carries the story hard for me.
Well, you
I
got
don't care about Weiss. Like, I could not care about Weiss at all.
Look, you got Homura, you got Sister
Homura is
Ivory.
great, but like Homura as a character still kind of like
Sister Ivory.
She's just Ivory top, but she doesn't carry the story for me. See, okay, Shiki, he's basically not to me. He's fun to watch, but I don't care about him. I don't care about the dude.
Rebecca.
I could maybe keep going for Rebecca, but like, to be honest, I'll probably keep going just because I'm 200 chapters in. Dropping it would be a waste. Would be a waste of all that time.
Also, podcast. You can't just leave me with Spidey, man.
Want to bet?
Sorry, please.
I mean, it'd just be a one-sided conversation at that point. Mercer would just be like, "Yes, I agree." No comment.
Nah, what I'll probably end up doing if Hermit died is I would read the chapters for the podcast, but I wouldn't bother talking about it in server at all.
Oh, well, I don't talk about it in server at all because that.
I like to talk about it in server sometimes when there's stuff that I actually care about that happens. Then I realize
he's
that
simping over Hermit.
Yes, basically. Hey, look, she's a great character, and she's finally waifu level. She was just best go level before.
Kind of interesting how she. You actually made it interesting because every android does have a human counterpart.
Yeah, it's only Sister Ivory that doesn't right now, which is why I do agree that Sister Ivory probably won't be the one to die this arc, if one does die, which makes me very sad. But I'm surprised we haven't met a counterpart for, because if you think back through the story, there hasn't been another healer in the story.
Because it's
could be.
I mean, there was that discount. There was that discount with Sister Ivory android.
But she was basically Sister Ivory. She was just that won't count. That doesn't. It would be a human counterpart. I don't think Rebecca would be that. I don't think so.
Yeah, but I can't think of anybody else.
Maybe we'll meet them in the next arc. The moment we meet a human counterpart for Sister, you know she's dying.
Yep.
You're not wrong.
And then you, me, Sparla, we'll all drop in a series.
You know what? I'd be like, it's cool. We done. We just a fairy tale discussion board now.
Delete the Eden Zero channels. Delete the general channels. I mean, what?
Make it a Sister Ivory only channel, Hermit only channel.
So basically make it illustrations 2.0.
For fucking Eden Zero. Yep.
Yeah. I'm surprised you haven't capitalized on that.
I actually might. Good idea. I actually like these. What is it? 5 chapters? 93, 94, 95, 96, 97. Yeah, I really like these 5 chapters. This entire arc overall has been really solid. It's been very. We got to check up on Mashima, bro, because it's very grim and despair.
The story's done exactly what we said it has always done. We said this a few like last year. It's like it goes through phases of where it's interesting, and then it kind of you kind of just don't get bored of it, but you don't really care too much, and then all of a sudden it spikes, and then there's like so much going on,
and then it's like, yeah, your character's gonna fucking die, and you can't do nothing about it.
Please, no, please. I don't know if I could handle that. I've already got one character dying in another series. I don't need another one.
What character is that?
The more the merrier.
One Punch Man, it looks like every fucking person that's not Saitama is basically fucking dying, so.
Good, fuck Genos.
Yeah, but I'm more worried about Fubuki and Tatsunaki. They're fucked up, bro.
I was gonna call you something, but I won't. I was gonna call you your buddy's name because you get it. Because one of them.
Please. Fubuki is top tier best girl.
No, yes,
Funaki is just cool. She's got cool powers and she's powerful. But Fubuki, that is top tier waifu, and Murata draws her like quality. It is great, but I'm just worried because like it's not looking good for anyone, bruv.
They're all gonna die. No, I'm just kidding.
I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. Would not be surprised.
The last chapter is just everybody dying.
And Saitama being the only one alive.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, I don't know if I can handle another death like Hermit if Hermit died. Anything else? Is there any Eden Zero news?
Yeah, Hermit's gonna die.
Okay, that's not news. Okay, that's fake news. All right, Trump, calm down.
Yo. Whoa there. Whoa there. Whoa there.
Giving out fake news like Trump. Shake my head, Spidey. I can't believe you. I can't believe you're one of them.
I don't think. Well, I mean, Mashima's doing that stuff on YouTube, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna talk about that later.
Yeah, we can do that last. Yeah.
Yeah, no news. Oh, what would we rate these chapters as a whole? Just as a whole, because there's 5 of them.
I think it's a 9 for me.
Damn, high praise for Marissa. Holy shit.
I'm gonna give it a 7.5, 8 for now, just because I want to see the next 2 chapters and how they develop. Because I want to see how they deal with Hermit's virus and Sister Ivory, her situation.
Yeah, both of those situations are pretty interesting. I wonder because they're in the Eden Zero. I wonder if Hermit will just go to like her room or something, and be like, "Yo, stab myself with this shit. It purges everything I got."
Or back her up. Maybe she does a backup.
I'll restore her backup. Yeah,
Reboots herself. Yeah.
You know what? If she does that, it'd be pretty legit.
It's not that her death would bring the rating down. It's more of I just want to see how they handle it. Because in the past, there was never a way to handle that. If something like that happened in the past, pre-time skip, they wouldn't have really have had a means to deal with it. But now that witch has died, they've faced the reality of the situation that they can lose their family and friends. So I'm sure that post-time skip, they've got contingencies, and I want to see if they actually do. Because if they don't, I'll be a little bit disappointed that hasn't happened. Because even though contingencies could be seen as plot armor, it's not really, because it's something that you would do anyway. It's something that if it was a real thing and you were living in that situation, you would create that situation yourself. It's not the fact that they've been protected for the sake of the plot. It's that they've done the smart thing. So I want to see if Mashima's actually going to do that. I'm a bit worried he's not. So
plus, it wouldn't be plot armor because these characters have already discussed it and had those conversations, like you said.
Yeah, exactly.
So if it came out of nowhere and there was like, "Oh yeah, what the fuck? Oh look, guess what happened, bro? Pulled this shit out of my ass." Like, yeah, it would have been plot armor. But...
So that's kind of what I just want to see how they solve those. Once they've dealt with that, then I'll be able to like properly. But I'd say probably a 7.5, 8, maybe an 8, just because the fights have been really good. The fights have been solid.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Marissa though. I like the rating 9. We got Weiss trauma, which is always great. We got Hermit, Homura, and Ivory suffering. We got Rebecca getting saved by Shiki. We got a lot of shit going on. We got Ethereum and the 3173 room opening. Shit's getting lit.
And the fights aren't just fights. There's a lot of emotion in the fights, because it's White with his mum. Then Shiki's getting the flashbacks. So there's a lot going on.
As that one Asian man on YouTube and TikTok says, emotional damage. Shit's going down. Shit is going down. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Hopefully, it doesn't feel like a cop out when it gets resolved. And yeah, nines all around except for Dev. He -2 for Hermit. Respect.
It's not a -2 for that. Okay. It's a -1, maybe 1.5, because I just want to see what they do. Okay. It's going to go down to a
Just
0
prepare
if
yourself
Hermit
mentally.
dies.
Just prepare yourself mentally.
I read a lot of
It's fine.
depressing shit. That doesn't work. You can,
At
you
no
can
point,
prepare yourself for it, but it doesn't help.
and you don't even have to wait for the leaks because the chapter is getting released the same day, it seems. So
Shit's gonna be wild, bro. Alright, King. Well, I've pinged him, so I guess I don't have to wait
Twitter,
for him to come back.
Twitter's either gonna Twitter's always gonna be a shit show. I
Oh,
wonder
yeah.
how Twitter will react if indeed that happens.
Wonder how the
Hey.
Alright, welcome back.
What's up?
Okay, so let's move on. Does anyone else want to add the note and try it? The note function to the
I
bot.
tried, and it said I don't have permission.
I'll get clapped.
Yeah, I think that's illegal. That relax.
Shake my head.
187.
Are you adding a note, or should I?
You could go ahead and add the note.
Alright, fairy tale.
Oh, I just
Oh.
did it.
Ooh, look at King. Trying
King's
out
like-
the new stuff. He doesn't use Discord often, so
Well, I use Discord for other stuff.
he's lying.
He's right. He has his private server where he's planning out the wedding. That's why we took so long.
Oh,
Yeah, true.
tee go fuck yourself. Anyways, you guys want to start?
Yeah,
See, senor.
go ahead, King. You can start us off. Give us the rundown. What your thoughts are.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, it's Fairytale 100-Year Quest chapters 109, 110. Basically, both of these two chapters are primarily about Laxus fighting Kirin from the Dark Dragon Slayer Knights. 109 has a little bit of a beginning where Natsu decides to team up with Suzaku to fight Doggermak, the Earth Dragon, who was just recently resurrected. And then we switch to the Laxus and Kirin fight, which takes up the majority of the time. As it turns out, Kirin has power by eating the body of the Thunder Dragon King Alexion, who was killed by George. Then George sold the heart of the dragon in Magnolia or somewhere on Fiore. And then, sorry, fucking fitness app. Anyway, so there was that, and that's how the heart became the lacrima, which eventually found its way into Laxus's body through Ivan's through Ivan's handiwork, let's say. And I thought that was actually a pretty interesting, nice way to tie the two of them together, and that's why like Laxus and Kirin have had this whole little like I get like there's some kind of weird connection I have with you, but I don't know why I have it with you. Well, I thought this was like a pretty good explanation. The soul in the coffin was the soul of the Thunder Dragon King that had been slain, that Kirin kind of like lugs around. So like, obviously that explains what he kept talking about, soul of a king nonsense. So to everybody who thought this was Acnologia in there, haha. Yeah, and in the end, that it turns out Laxus was able to win by basically, just ripping the lacrima out of him, which I thought was actually pretty cool. And then deciding like he doesn't actually need it, but he takes the soul from the coffin, which I'll get to this theory later. But basically, it keeps his lightning powers, and enhances his red lightning powers, and he seemingly takes out Kirin with his final attack. End of chapter.
Gotta say the fight was good.
Mm.
The fight was solid.
Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't over in one.
Yeah, I was worried that it would be, but I'm glad it wasn't because it's the two. I mean, like they said, it's the two strongest members of the guild or something. Yeah, going
They're
head to toe.
individual guilds, basically.
Yeah.
Minus guild arts.
And it was a very fun fight. I liked the connection now. What you said with the King of Lightning, the Thunder Dragon King. I like that connection, and I think that connection is quite an important one that's been made for Loxus as a character, because as far as I know, we've never ever had the explanation about how the lacrimas wherever, like how they ever got them, where they came from, what their origins were. We just know that his dad put it in him, and he got the powers from it, and there are others that have it. but we never really understood or had a reason to care either exactly how they worked and where they came from. So I think this is quite important. Nice little detail added to the story.
Cool. Yeah. Fight was great. Is anybody there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
We're listening.
it was like dead. I was scared. No, I thought the fight was great. Still not I don't know. Something about 100 Years Quest just still doesn't hit. I do agree that it's nice that they tied it all up, but it felt, well, it's not even convenient because it was already mentioned, and he kept talking about the coffin and the king in the coffin, but it just I don't know, something about it just fell off for me. Felt off, not fell off.
I get what you're saying, which is actually crazy because I'm the complete opposite. This is the first time, especially in a while in this lean up, where I've actually kind of been like, hey, yo, this is kind of mad because the fact that Loxus has literally ripped out his lacrima is very, it's quite a wild situation because he, as of right now, he's not a Dragon Slayer anymore. He hasn't got Dragon Slayer magic anymore. So I don't know. Would we say that's significantly weakened him, or do you think he's still as strong as he was? He just doesn't have the Dragon Slayer aspect.
I believe he's still a Dragon Slayer.
Yeah, because he was able to eat the so-called soul of the, what is it, lightning?
No. That's just because it was magic. That's because it was magic power.
Yeah, but it's a dragon god's magic.
No, but he says that it was magic power. I ate it. I don't think so. I wouldn't be against that though. I wouldn't be against it.
I feel like he became a full-fledged Dragon Slayer. He's no longer a second generation.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, does this confirm that he's moved from first generation to
second gen to first?
Second to first, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out next, or maybe not next chapter.
Sorry,
but
I don't know if we'll ever get a confirmation. But my theory is he still wasn't technically trained. He ate the soul. It's not the body. So does this actually move him from second to fifth generation?
Maybe. He's one or the other. He's either a first gen.
Yeah, I definitely don't think he's second anymore because he did rip out the lacrima. I feel like that's pretty.
And he can't be third because he doesn't have the lacrima.
And he's not fourth because fourth are the Dragonoids.
But they were the clones.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, look, I think as of right now, I wouldn't mind if he becomes is still a Dragon Slayer from the fact that he ate the power. It's just, when are we? I think we will find that out at some point. I just don't know when. I don't think it's going to be soon. I think even Loxus himself is going to have to kind of figure that out.
Yeah, I feel like this isn't a deep exploration of a topic. I actually feel like we probably won't even see Laxus in the next chapter. I actually think that if we do address this chapter, it'll be a one-off page in the future with random guild members talking about it, and they'll be like, "Oh, I guess Laxus is this now," or something like that.
It could also be that I have a feeling that when the Ignia fights come, I have a feeling there's going to be a lot. It's going to be the entire guild kind of involved somewhat.
In the same way that they fought Acnologia?
Yeah, and then it will progress into basically just being Natsu versus Ignia. But I feel like the beginning of that arc will be the guild, and I think that's when we might find it out.
Hopefully not, because that ending was kind of...
I wouldn't mind if the guild is involved again like they were with Eldaron and Acnologia, but not... I don't want it to be the same ending. I feel like
it has to be more personal than that.
Yeah, I want it to be a Natsu versus Ignia situation. I want that fight.
I feel like it'll be Natsu who has a one-liner who's like, "Oh, you don't have the lacrima, but you're still a Dragon Slayer. Cool." Something like
that.
Yeah, something as simple as that. Because
maybe can other Dragon Slayers sense other Dragon Slayers' magic?
Yes.
So what if it's a case that Natsu, when next time he sees Loxus fight, he says something's off about your Dragon Slayer magic.
Can they distinguish between the generations?
I don't know. I don't actually think so, but I feel like that would be something that they could bring in, because if it's
I'd have to double check.
Is artificial.
Well, yeah, I'd have to also double check, because I kind of want to wonder. I have to read back and see if like Natsu was able to determine Sting and Rogue's smell back in the Grand Magic games before he was outright told.
It was I think it's Sting and Rogue lied. Lecter is the one who explained to Natsu the different generations, but I guarantee you,
like did Natsu maybe like smell them ahead of time and be like, "Hey, these guys smell different" or something?
I do remember him smelling them.
I don't remember. That's what I want to look back at.
No. I'm talking about Sting and Rogue. I do remember him smelling them. I don't remember what he smelled specifically.
See,
go on.
With Loxus, they didn't know he was a Dragon Slayer until he used the Dragon Slayer magic in Battle of Fairy Tail. Because when he used it, both Guardian and Natsu were like, "Hey, yo, what?" So I have a feeling that the artificial side of it, they can't sense or smell it.
Right, but at the same time, I think that might also just be because it's artificial. Like his normal magic comes off as lightning, but when he activates the Lacrima to utilize the Dragon Slayer form, that's when maybe like the scent comes out or something. The variety of magic power is released, and that's what they detect.
That is if there is a scent that comes from it. That's what I mean. So I feel like now, if he's no longer a Lacrima, a second gen, and he's moved into say first gen or fifth gen, doesn't matter which one, both of them they're more natural. I feel like there might be a case that Natsu will notice it just from the feel of his magic or the smell, which I wouldn't mind finding out that way. That would be pretty interesting, because it would actually give us a bit of a confirmation that the Dragon Slayers can smell each other and smell the Dragon Slayer aspect to them, except for the second gen.
I really do feel like he's a fucking first gen, because I don't know. At least we're talking about it. But
to be fair, the fifth gen has only ever been explained that they eat the dragon.
Yeah.
Now this he's eaten the magic power. He hasn't actually eaten the dragon itself, but I guess
that's still closer than like the training aspect of the first gen.
It's semantics. Lecter will come out of nowhere and be like, "Oh, he's a fifth gen now."
Yeah, but you know what? That I'd allow it.
Sixth gen, let's go.
You know what? I expect the sixth and the seventh gen, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Seventh gen is born from a Dragon Slayer.
I feel like I don't know. It's hard to explain. How to put it in words. So I'll just drop it.
I'd give the 2 chapters a solid like 8.5. Actually, I'll give it a 9 just because of the little tidbits of detail that it has kind of given.
7.5 for me.
Wait, you're rating both chapters 7.5?
Yeah, as a collective. I'm not unhappy.
Yeah.
Nah, that's fair. I mean, there wasn't anything major to it.
Yeah, it was just nice chapters.
Yeah, the tidbit of information was nice to have, but it's not like game changing.
Actually, we basically got a chapter and a half that was a full fight. For that reason alone, I'm giving it an 8. Because usually we get like half a chapter of a fight, or like 3/4 of a chapter. So if we're lucky, a full chapter. But this is like a chapter and a half just for one fight, and they didn't cut away from it really. So yeah, I'll give it an 8. Marissa, you there?
Yeah, I said an 8 earlier.
Okay.
No,
I like fight scenes.
She likes action.
Yes. Because I don't like reading.
Don't worry, neither do I. Okay, I think that's it then for the fairy tale aspect. There is a bit of news. It's not really news, but on Twitter, Mashima is asking for fans to draw Natsu however they want in their own way and send it to him in DMs before the 2nd of July. And hopefully he will go through as many of them and showcase them.
Which is the 1st of July for the non-Japanese people.
Yeah.
Basically everybody in the server.
I feel like we should actually... I'm going to put that in announcements.
Oh, it's Natsu Day apparently July 2nd.
Should I ping
Yeah.
or should I just post it?
I would post it. People might want to review the rules multiple times.
There is no rules. It just says
You just draw Natsu, send it to him in DMs, that's it.
Oh.
Like, is there a prize, or does he just want Natsu's?
He's probably going to make posts and showcase them.
Damn.
So it'll be a chance for artists to kind of get a bit of exposure.
the prize is Senpai notices you. I like how the chat is essentially dead. Dev.
I thought you were looking for something.
No, well,
I was typing.
I was.
It gets loud.
No, you guys are fine. Dev, talk about the next topic, which is something you want to talk about. Involving
I
Mashima.
don't know.
His fandom.
So as we all know, right?
Oh, but the note. Let me add the note.
Espera que la note. Mashima fandom. There you go. Okay.
Good day, sir.
So,
Good day.
as we all know, every fandom is trash. Every single fandom is trash. Now, the Mashima fandom, over the years, now I've only been part of it since like 2018. Yeah, 2018 to 19. Now, over the years, and even before that, the fandom has been very, especially the ship side of it, it's been very dangerously toxic. And it's slowly growing and getting worse. Now, last year, especially last year and the year before with the whole lockdown situation, Mashima would obviously do his drawings as normal. He would post the ship art, and he would post character art. And there was a little bit of a period of time where he was doing more Eden Zero art than he was doing Fairy Tail art. And I think he missed, well, he didn't miss it, but he didn't do art on, I think it was Fairy Tail's anniversary or something. Instead, he posted Eden Zero art. And the fandom, hey, you lot went and attacked him and was like, you don't care about us anymore. How could you do this to us? You're an awful person. It's got to stop, people. You lot are entitled. You lot are dickheads.
And you have no reason to be entitled because he doesn't know you shit.
Exactly. And recently, he's been doing a lot of Twitter spaces, which is what we talked about earlier, where the live talks, and he's drawing on them, and he's doing speed drawings, and he's got a YouTube channel. Go check it out. It's actually very nice. He draws the characters, and he puts the speed drawing up so you can see how he draws them. And people have been tweeting to him underneath, saying, why are you not doing this or this, and why are you not giving us more art about the ship kids or the ships? Let my man draw, bruv. He's taking time out of his day to do this for you lot and post it. In the past, he's always posted his drawings and that was it. Now he's posting it and he's showing you how he's doing it while doing it live. And you lot are bitching. Like, can we not? Can you fucking don't?
So Dev, what brought this anger? So
the other thing, is now obviously there is a team that translates the 100-year quest manga for us, because the English official is a fair bit back. Shout out to Sorcerer Weekly. And as well, I'm sure not everyone knows, apparently, even though it's common sense. Translations take time. Doing the work takes time. I mean, translation itself, even if you're very good at Japanese, you still got to make sure it's not just simple change from Japanese to English. You know, you got to change it from Japanese to English, and then you got to ensure that it makes sense. You got to make sure that in the context of the story and the characters, that the proofreading makes a lot of sense with the story that's being told. You lot,
There's also
just because the chapter,
redrawing and all that other stuff. Get
yeah,
rid of
the redrawing is a next level thing. The redrawing is wild. The redrawers that do what they do, hey, you lot are superheroes.
Shout out to Zach. Man's a legend.
And then the ones that Spala did as well, hey, you man are superheroes.
Oh
fam.
yeah, Spala's goated, bro. She did
She
do
did that massive one.
She would do the color pages too for Eden Zero, and I was like, God damn, and she's like, it'll take me some time. It takes her like 15 minutes. I was like, bro, that's you too goated.
So the team as a whole does a lot of work, but you got to understand that they're doing it in their like free time. These people have jobs, they've got school work, whatever they have to do in real life.
Children.
Yeah, and yeah, some of our kids, bruv, just because the chapter's not out within 24 to 48 hours, you lot start bitching and crying. Like the chapter could not be out for months, with the English release, and you lot are bitching about 24 to 48 hours. Hey, you lot need to calm down, bruv. Fucking animals. Seen people in the server start complaining, oh, chapter's not here yet, when hurry up. Shut up, man. They're getting even more and more entitled. And then you've got people complaining that the Fairy Tail 100 quest is bi-weekly. It should be weekly, apparently. No, shut up. It's a sequel. It's on a back burner. It's not even Mashima doing the story. Or the art, even. Okay, he's doing the story, but my man's got like 1,000 different things. He's got 48 hours in his day. And he's doing so much. Go read Eden Zero if you want weekly Mashima. Okay? Solid story. But more and more people are coming out of the woodwork and just complaining that, oh, for bi-weekly, it's got only 20 chapters. My guy, I read monthly series that have 8 pages. And you complain about 20 pages on bi-weekly? Shut up, man. Fucking animals.
And then
that's my run over.
And like you said, Mashima started a YouTube page, right? And he does the live streaming of the pictures he does.
Which the fans asked for. The fans have always asked him, oh, we would love to watch you draw. Can you show us? The fans have been asking for it, and he's given, and you lot are bitching. Dumbasses. The man gives you what you want, and then you still complain.
And then they want certain characters in the live chat. They don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking told you.
It's just getting worse. And then the Eden Zero and Fairy Tail, like, the infighting of the fans. What are you lot doing, man? Stick to your own series if you don't like the other one. It's not that deep.
Which is hilarious because they're both hated by the general fucking manga fans.
In conclusion, people, just remember, stop being little assholes. And every fandom sucks, especially yours.
Uh-huh.
What else was there? I don't really have anything to add. Do we have anything we want to talk about? You guys seen Obi-Wan?
Yes.
Finished?
Yeah. Yes.
Cool. I finished yesterday. Do you guys want to talk about that?
Go for it. I haven't seen it, but you lot can talk about it. I've added the notes, now you have to talk about it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I haven't
Have you seen
watched it either. No.
You should. It was really good.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I kept asking my dad if he wanted to watch it with me because he likes Star Wars a lot, but he kept saying no. And so I was like, okay.
It's weird.
So what did you think of? Well, let me preface this. I'm not that big a Star Wars fan. I'm a casual. Just seen the movies. Played Battlefront 2.
That's fair. I mean, I'm pretty casual. I've only seen the movies. I've seen a couple of like shows, like not full, but like for the most part, I've seen a good amount. And I do watch like Star Wars videos on like YouTube or whatever. From shout out to Star Wars, the Stupendous Wave and Star Wars Theory, both really good YouTube channels for people who just want to like get a little bit more. And it's just nice to have something going on in my ear that I like when I'm working or whatever, and I don't have to be on a call, so that's cool. But yeah, like I'm not like super deep into it. Like I don't know the specs of every ship and all that stuff. Like there are people who legit know like that. I'm like,
Yeah,
bro, I don't know that
the
shit.
the formations of the stormtroopers, whatever bullshit. Yeah, nah. Just a
Yeah.
casual watch the movie and stuff like
Right. Yeah, so like that's me, but like I honestly really enjoyed the show. I thought it was getting a lot of criticism early on that was like pretty unfair, and I'll address what I think would have been like the easiest resolution for that stuff. But for the most part, I felt like Obi-Wan's whole thing was like pretty understandable, like why his distancing himself from the Force, Owen Lars's hesitance to let him interact with
that.
the young Luke. I thought the Leia stuff early on was like pretty interesting too. To be honest, I thought it actually made sense. That's just who she was as a character, so it made sense that she was that way as a child. People were like
One thing,
criticizing it like very heavily because they didn't think a kid could do that, and I don't really agree for that. The only thing I would say is like it feels a little unrealistic that she can run that much faster than a full-grown adult, but that's really the only thing in my opinion.
yeah. Oh, see, one thing that I really disliked was that a lot of people, whether online or that I know, were complaining about the actress who played Leia. I was like, my guy, she's doing a good job. It's not like she's doing a bad job. She's playing a believable character to who she is as an adult.
Yeah, I don't really,
Like, I
I
don't
don't get that. Like, what exactly did the actress do wrong in that scenario? Like, I don't see it.
yeah, that was one second portion that frustrated me a lot. Other than that, I really did like the acting. I thought I hated Obi-Wan, quote unquote, being a little bitch, but it kind of made sense. He saw the fucking the virtues he held basically be obliterated overnight
Yeah.
by his best friend. So, yeah, what did you think of Vader and
Oh,
the
Vader, I think, was
Inquisitors?
like one of the best parts of the whole show. Like, he's usually the best part of whatever he's in anyway, but he was really, really good here. Like, this is like how Vader and like any legacy Star Wars character should be generally done is they appear kind of the same way they always have, but just like in those formational steps. Like here he's not fully the Darth Vader of, like A New Hope and Empire Strikes
Oh,
Back.
he was
But he's on his way. He's on his way there,
he
which is good.
fucked shit up so bad in those the first episode he was in where he snaps old boy's neck. I was like, bro,
Yeah.
my guy, that shit was you
And
could
his fights were
understand.
like good too.
Yeah,
That last
you
fight, like
yeah
episode 6, like holy shit, like that's not quite on the level of like Revenge of the Sith, but it's also a TV show. It doesn't need to be. It's good enough.
yeah definitely. Look, they brought their A game for that fight. The first little fight they had,
In the
I was
desert.
like, no way. Yeah, I was like, no way, this could be it. And then they go to that planet, and it's like, no, this is a real fight. That was just a little warm up, a little spar.
Yeah,
That shit was intense.
I agree.
Another
So
thing,
one.
Riva, what did you think
Hmm.
of her?
I honestly thought like this was like one of the biggest things I think the series was getting criticized for is like people really didn't like her character. And you know what, she got a lot of like racist shit in her like Instagram
Oh
DMs, which is
yes,
like people don't do that. Stop being an asshat. Don't be part of the fucking empire. Okay? Be the Jedi that aren't like evil shitheads.
yeah,
Like if you want to criticize the character, like that's fair. But like there's no reason to like DM her and call her names on Instagram.
yeah,
But I would say that I didn't really feel like the criticism was like really justified because I thought she was just doing what a person in her position would do. I do think the story was like a little bit predictable, like with spoiler obviously, her having been one of the younglings who was like attacked during Order 66 and somehow she escaped, but she had to watch all of the little kids die, and she specifically saw Anakin killing them, and then it was like, why didn't Obi-Wan like save him? Save them. He was his master and all that stuff, and it was like, well, like I think that's fair. Obviously, I don't think the reaction she took made much sense, but I get where it was
mhm,
coming from. Like, I don't know, I thought that was stupid. And I think she ended episode 6 really well. Like it was like a good little redemption kind of arc of like, let's move past the hatred and work towards being better. And I feel like the character and the actors would not have had a lot of the shit to deal with if the show had just been like released all at once. Which is like, I think that was like the benefit of like these streaming sites, that you can binge everything at once. If you keep waiting for these multi-week releases, it just kind of like, people just get like really irritated early on and like build assumptions and stuff. Like you see the same thing with like the weekly manga releases. It's like you release it like week by week, some parts are like shit, and like if you read it all in a sequence, it gets better, right? I think it's really the same thing with TV.
Yeah.
Now, I don't actually think that like it's a fix all, because that whole shit about Urza Fighting Minerva, like my hands are crying when they hit you, like that's bullshit. Whether you read it like chapter by chapter or all in a sequence, like that's bullshit. No matter what way you swing it, but like there are things you can fix, and I think her character would have been like one of the things that like, not that there's anything wrong with it, but I think people would have had a very different reaction to it if the series had been released all at once.
Yeah, I also think people were too quick to judge her character. I just think, oh, we want her to be so and so way, do this. It's like,
What do you mean?
because a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people wanted her to be like some ruthless, easy killer that's not just fixated on Obi-Wan, because her character for the first 4 episodes, I want to say, was fixated on Obi-Wan. And then we learn it's actually not Obi-Wan. She's fixated on Vader, but she gets to Vader through Obi-Wan. I feel like people just wanted her to be like just a ruthless killer like Vader is, but that's not who she was.
And we don't need that either.
Yeah, because then for me, it'd be like, okay, well, we already have Vader. Why do we need a Vader light?
We have the Grand Inquisitor too, who's kind of the same thing. I know he was like out at the end of like episode 2, but same diff.
So I just feel like a lot of times with shows and, like you said, manga, people inject what they want as fact, and when it doesn't happen, they start saying, "Oh, this show sucks. This character sucks." Blah blah blah, and it's like, just chill, enjoy the show. I do agree with you though. If it would have released all at once, like something like Stranger Things, it wouldn't have gotten, the character wouldn't have gotten as much backlash.
Yeah. Maybe some still, because there's still just some dipshits out there, but certainly not as much to the point that like Ewan McGregor and several other people like basically released videos saying stop like doing
being racist assholes.
Yeah.
Even the Star Wars Twitter was like, "My guys, what are you doing? Like, get your shit together."
Yeah.
Which is, it's
fair.
just, you're a dipshit when you got like the actors and the Twitter and basically the company saying like, "Not cool, get your shit together."
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it, right? There's not much more to talk about. Well, what would you rate the series?
Oh, overall, I honestly found that it was really good. So I would say there are some parts certainly that are slow, and actually like maybe this is more of like a production thing, but there are some parts that are just straight up like I can't fucking see what's going on. But like for the most part, I was like quite happy with the series, so I'd give it an overall 8.5. If I'm being generous.
Yeah.
So like 8.5 if I'm being generous.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. 8.5. Again, we're, like we said in the beginning, we're casual. So if you didn't like it because fucking color of a suit is wrong, then sounds like a personal problem to me.
I agree.
But yeah, 8.5. Solid show. It's worth a binge watch since it's already all out. It takes place after episode 3, but before episode 4.
Obviously.
So I'm just covering my bases. I don't want. Yeah. It's not better than Mandalorian for me, but it's pretty good. It's better than Book of Boba Fett for sure, but
I haven't finished the Book of Boba Fett, so
that tells you something.
I mean, I didn't dislike the first episode. I just haven't gotten around to finishing it.
Okay, fair enough. Any other conversation to be had, Marissa, Dev?
Nothing for me.
Oh.
Dev, you don't want to rant about Wanda?
Nah, I don't actually care about it. I was just curious about why people like her. Multiverse of Madness was so fucking it was enjoyable to watch, and the visuals and the fights were good, but like it was just the entire series was just Wanda having a bitch fit.
Daddy Wong though, bro.
Yeah, Wong was the best, but he's the best part of entirety of Marvel. All right.
No, hey. That guy from WandaVision who was also in Ant-Man. What's his name, King?
What?
He's Asian.
Jimmy Woo?
The Asian Jim Halper. Jimmy Woo. Bro, Jimmy Woo bangs though, Dav.
How about Wong?
Jimmy Woo.
Wong is top tier. Wong and Korg carry Marvel for me.
Wong, Korg, and Jimmy Woo. You gotta look up the Jimmy Woo scenes on YouTube. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. Those three will carry the show. I think they're in a group or some bullshit too. In the comics. But yeah, that's it for this little show. It's a little over an hour too, so not bad.
Yeah.
All right, King. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me add the note. King's famous outro. There we go.
Awesome. All right, everybody, thank you very much for listening. We know it's been a little while, but we're always happy to be here. You'll see us a couple more times this summer. You will also see a couple of guests. That is the plan, but obviously the details have yet to be ironed out. But, stick around. I know a lot of us are out of school or maybe taking a little vacation time away from work or whatever. Whatever the case may be, we hope you guys stay safe. Obviously, you can travel now, and most restrictions everywhere have been lifted, so you can kind of enjoy things. We won't be here on the days of, but happy Canada Day in advance, happy 4th of July in advance, and I hope everybody takes care and to stay safe, guys.
Take care.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Wait, King didn't say and have a great day. What the fuck?
Sorry. Have a great day, guys.
There we go.